It's crazy how fast time's flown by. I remember my first catch as a freshman in that red jersey, and to think I'm putting it on one more time is kind of unbelievable.
Joining this class, your senior class has been through ups, downs, on and off the field. And when you think back on all that's happened since you've been here, staff turnover and the wins and the losses, the highs, the lows, what stands out to you?
Just how strong this class is. Going through the things that we went through at the beginning of the year and over the summer, this group of guys is just a tough group of guys and can get through pretty much anything is what I took away from it. And I think all that stuff that's happened in the past has just made us stronger, and I think God knew that we were prepared to handle all that, and He put it on our shoulders and we carried it. Just got to carry it the rest of the way too.
When you guys all came in together, did you have the feeling that this class could be that? Did you get the feeling that it was kind of a special group?
Yeah, definitely. We had times where we would talk, and things didn't go the way that we wanted to freshman year, and we sat down and talked just as a class, and it was like, whenever we become in that position where we kind of have the power, that things were going to go the opposite direction, and we were going to take things up. So we talked about it whenever we were younger.
What is it about Coach Stoops when everyone, national media said, always time has passed, all that, and then every time that happens, you guys seem to come up with a big win, Tennessee or Baylor. What is it about him that allows him to keep bouncing back like that?
I just think, throughout the week he knows that it's a big hyped up week, but he does a great job of just hitting the points that we need to know, that we need to settle down and play our game. As long as we're focused on what we're doing, everything will be all right. So Coach Stoops does a great job of just doing his job.
I know, every game you play, your dad's not far from your mind. Will he be on your mind more, being that this will be your last game?
Yeah, I think just as much as he always is. He's always on my mind on game day, especially. I expect it to be the same way.
I'm sitting there watching some of the playback last night and flashing graphics of you and where you sit career-wise at Oklahoma, really high on all these lists. What do you think he'd feel about that? Your uncle's probably talked to you a lot about that too.
I don't talk to my uncles much about it, but I'm sure my dad would be proud. It's hard to say because he was so hard on me as a little kid. He should probably still be picking at some of the things that I need to do better, because there is a lot of things that I should and need to do better. But I'm sure he'd be proud of what I've been doing.
Should Baker be a Heisman favorite?
I definitely think so. That's my boy, and the things that he does on the field is crazy. It's crazy.
Do you have a play that you consider your favorite that he's made this year?
Man, so many. Just him extending those plays, and it's crazy how he gets away from pressure and still looking downfield and manages to connect with people. That last one, last game with Dimitri, it blew my mind.
Talk about how important Dimitri is to this offense. He doesn't usually get a lot of catches or anything, but when you need him, he's there.
Yeah, he's one of those reliable guys that if you give him a shot, he's always going to show up for you. With the big catch over the middle, getting us down to the 1-yard line. It's just things like that people may not see, but he's going to give you those key plays, and to have that type of guy on your team that's unselfish and is just ready to make big plays, it's great to have.
You've had a lot of guys like that, or Bob has through his career, going back to even JD and those guys, but you guys have had Rip and Trey Millard. What about those guys, those sorts of guys do you appreciate?
I think they're the motor of the team. You got guys that don't get to touch the ball but are willing to make those blocks to spring big plays and just do the unnoticed things. And it's key to have those guys on your team, like I said.
Has Samaje done anything different the last 3 or 4 weeks as he's really seemed to be coming into his own?
Samaje is the same Samaje every day. He's going to bring that work ethic to practice, and he's always in the film room. I don't think he's done anything different. He's just, his time is now. He's been springing out pretty good.
How was was asking you a couple weeks ago about awareness near the sideline. When you were making that first touchdown where you snuck it in the pylon like that, can you kind of take us through what was going through your mind at that moment when you caught the ball, when you knew how close you were? Well, what was kind of your process there?
Well, first off, I just saw man coverage. Saw the safety kind of sink down on me. And I knew all week that he played a little flat-footed, so I had to tackle him with speed. And I knew once I got to the point where I was going to get past him that he was going to stick his arm out and try to grab me, and did a great job just knocking that down. Something that we work every day. And, from that point on, I mean, the ball was in the air, tracked it down, kind of instinct after that, just knowing where you are. I knew I was kind of within the 5 area, so just try to stick it out and hit that pylon.
Did you know that you'd made it?
Yeah, I knew all along that I made the touchdown. It was just a matter of the ref seeing if I had control of the ball, which I knew I had control, but he couldn't really see. He was behind me, and I looked at him. He was looking kind of iffy, so I gave him the touchdown signal. He threw it up.
Is it when plays like that are being reviewed? Is that a tense moment for you on the sideline, waiting to see what they're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some times where I thought I caught the ball in bounds and they didn't give it to me, and times where I thought I scored, like against K-State. I thought my knee didn't hit the ground, so you're just sitting there waiting to see what they think, and yeah, it is kind of nerve-wracking. But that time I knew I was in, so I'm sweating it.
After the bowl game last year, just talking to everybody, it seemed like that was about as low a point as anybody's been through around here in a while. So what does it mean to not just you but this entire senior class to have turned this thing around and be battling for a spot in the college football playoff this year?
Well, that was our main focus through the offseason, was to turn this thing around. We knew what this program has always been about. It's always been about winning, and that's what we wanted to bring back to this thing. And we've been doing a great job so far, but we have 2 tough games ahead of us to finish this thing off and hopefully seal a spot.
Is there a way to describe the character of this team or the mentality of this team versus where it was a year ago?
We're just a tough group of guys and guys that are ready to compete week in and week out. I mean, the way we attack the practice field is way better than any team that I've been a part of here. Just the way we attack it each week.
This past weekend, you passed Kenny Stills and Joaquin Iglesias on the all-time receptions list. How special is that for you to cement your name even more in the OU record books?
I don't pay too much attention to that stuff, to be honest. As long as we're taking care of business and doing the things on the field that we need to do and taking care of our jobs, those type of things will come along with it. And I guess I'll worry about those when I get older. So.
I know you had so many connections to this place before you chose it, but what's been special about being an Oklahoma kid playing at Oklahoma?
Man, my family has all been through here, and my uncles, my dad, so I definitely want to leave my mark, and I love the state of Oklahoma, and there was no other choice for me whenever I was going through the recruiting process. I always wanted to be an Oklahoma Sooner, and just being around Coach Stoops when I was little as well just gave me even more of a reason to come here, and it's been a great ride, and we've got to finish this thing off strong.
What's been the most surprising part of this experience for you?
Just how many connections and friends that I've made through my years here. It's just that those are things that'll last a long lifetime, and I can't be more thankful for the guys that I've met here.